Well, Danny, I imagine a busy week on the field for you, a busy week off the field as well. We'll start with that. And the signing yesterday of Andy King. You must be over the moon with that.
Yeah, you're right in saying it's been a busy period. It has. Delighted to be able to bring the three players in this week, and yeah, we're hoping obviously that they can come in and give us the qualities both as people and as players that we see in them.
Just on Andy King as well, what do you see in him? Why was it that you felt you needed to bring him in from Leicester?
Well, I think first he's the right person, and I think if you look at him, he's had some frustrations with injury in recent times. He's been fit all season. He did really well in pre-season at Leicester, and Brendan Rodgers wanted to keep him close. That meant that the first window shut, and then he was only able really to go to Scotland at that point. Chose to go to Rangers. I think Rangers by that stage were doing well and have hardly lost since, and he just found it difficult to break into their team. And he comes craving football and wanting to play. He's out of contract in the summer himself, and as well as that, he's desperate to get into the Welsh squad for the European Championship. So he has a fight individually, and we're obviously in a fight in terms of the club and where we're at. So we just felt that there was some good alignment there, and that we could be good for each other.
I've just been speaking to Danny Simpson, who described it as a real lift to the squad this week, seeing those fresh faces come through. I imagine as coach, as manager, you'll have seen that as well.
Absolutely. You know, we're really clear on what we want to try to do this window. We would like to try to bring some more experience into the group, which we feel we have. We wanted to bring some character and substance into the group, which we think we have, with the likes of Richard Stearman and Andy King. First and foremost, they're really good people. They've obviously been top players, been part of winning cultures. Richard at Sheffield United, Andy at Leicester, and that's very important. But as well as that, they're top players, and they've got lots of game experience. And we're a young team, and we're a young squad. And I think that the young players at the club will really benefit from their experiences. As well as that, we wanted to bring some enthusiasm and some energy and some quality at the top end of the pitch. And being able to bring Emil Smith-Rowe in, for us, we see him as the most exciting young attacking player in English football. So we're really pleased to be able to bring him in. I have to say, you know, thankful to Arsenal, to Sheffield United, and particularly to Leicester, because Leicester were unbelievable with Andy and really helped us to get that deal over the line. And I think it says a lot about Leicester City as a football club, but also about Andy and the type of person he is, and how much Leicester as a club wanted to help him for what he has done over a long period of time for that football club.
Last night announced that Terence Congolo will be joining Fulham on loan. Given the current climate, it feels like it was a good move for Town, given the situation that you find yourself in.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a good move for all parties. Fulham obviously wanted a player in that position. I think it's a good move for Fulham. I think it's a good move for Terence, and consequently a good move for us. And we were pleased with the deal and the finances associated with that deal. And it allows Terence to go and play some football. It gives him a fresh opportunity, and Huddersfield Town supporters will know that Terence, if his head and heart are in the right place, then he can be a top player.
Looking ahead to tomorrow's game, Brentford at home, team-wise first up, do you expect, or can we expect to see any of the new faces starting or featuring?
Well, we hope so. We would like them. They will certainly be in the matchday squad. We have to try to make the right decisions as to where they are and the amount of football that they've had. I think whenever you're bringing players in, you know, we wanted to bring players in that had experience and had some leadership quality and brought us a real substance. Naturally, players with those qualities, if they're playing every week, are are big parts of other teams. Of other teams, and you'd need a significant amount of money to be able to buy those players from those teams. So the more experienced players that we've brought in this window have had less game time. That's just a reality. We've tried to get the right blend, because if we'd have only just signed experienced players and players that hadn't played, then we'd have had an issue in trying to get them up to speed in a very short space of time. So it's about trying to find the balance, and that's what we've been trying to do, and we feel that we've been able to do that successfully. We've had a lot of support from the club in achieving that, and we now know the dressing room is in a much better place, and what we have to do is now try to get the team in a much better place, and like always, that takes time. We've had a good week. We've actually been on the grass. We've been able to train. We've had everybody out training, and human relationships and player relationships build over time, and you know that connection on the grass and good training can certainly accelerate the team's organisation.
Yeah. Any knocks, niggles? Any new knocks or niggles, I should say, ahead of tomorrow?
I think this is the best place the group has been in physically. That also sometimes happens when you've got more competition for places. People are less likely to feel injuries or want to miss time on the grass, because they know that if they do, they might lose their place. So this is another benefit from competition. Matty Daly's just picked up a contact injury that we're aware of. Obviously, Alex Pritchard is ongoing. We're desperately trying to resolve that, because he's such an important player for us.
Finally, just on Brentford as an opponent, it was a really good result for you, wasn't it, away at their place earlier on in the season? I'm sure you probably want to try and do the double on them.
Of course, we're very respectful of Brentford. For me, they're one of the best teams in the division. I thought that going into the first game. I think that now. I think they've added to their game. I think they've got the best front three in the league, who have had the benefit of playing consistently together. They've literally played every game together, and now have really developed a real good understanding. Excellent manager, playing a possession-based game. Ask an awful lot of questions against the ball. Watched lots and lots of them over this week. They go to places like the Hawthorns and play West Brom, and they have near on 70-75% possession. So you don't do that unless you're a good team. So we're understanding of how big the challenge is, but we're hurting, but we feel re-energised at the same time. So we're trying to keep the pain close, because I think that can be a driver. But also the group feels re-energised by the new players in the building. There feels a freshness, which I think the squad needed and the players needed. And we, like I said, we've had a good week. I feel like we've stripped it back, got back to basics, and we're looking forward to the game on Saturday and trying to be better than we were last Saturday against Barnsley.
Thank you.